Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I posted this commission on my Instagram and I thought it would be the perfect video to share with you how I did it. So you can see I used some beautiful colours picked by my client for this commission, and it's a nest of tables. So let's get started. So this piece had been sitting in my studio for over a year, so it's super dirty, and I cleaned it using sugar soap and made sure to wash away any residue afterwards. So I really scrubbed it. So it's all clean. I want to show you the water. So this is after the water was changed about 3 times. So I'm just showing you how important it is to wash your piece. Now I'm going to let it completely dry before I sand it. So for sanding I used a fine grit sandpaper because I want to score it, but also I'm going to be applying oil, so it has to be really smooth. Next up, for the measuring, I measured the center of the table, and you can see I have a very faint white line there. And then I measured equidistance from the middle line to create each stripe, and I'm using like tape width, if that makes sense, for each stripe, so that made it easier. And then for the circles, I cut around things for masking tape, and also I'm freehand painting these circles here. I did this in real time just to show you how it's done. I paint around the circle very slowly, keeping it a steady hand, and then if there's like a buildup of paint, I'll just try and sort of wipe that in. And I'm doing the same on this side. So I drew around a plate for this, and now I'm just painting the primer on, freehand painting, and you can see I've masked out some curves below this one, and I just cut around them with a craft knife. So I'm using a combination of different techniques for the curves in this one because I just couldn't get them right. So you'll see me doing this a million times. For the primer, I'm using an oil-based primer from Crown, and I am using my Two Fussy Blokes smooth roller, and their new handle actually, which I got, which is super good, and it's just great movement in it. And that's the priming done. And I also got some on the table, so I'm using white spirits to remove it. Okay, so there's some priming I actually did forget about. Here I'm masking off the legs because I wanted to do inside of the legs one of the dark blues. Hey guys, what is up? Today is day 2 of these monstrous commissions. Everything went wrong yesterday, so I'm hoping to have a better day today. And I'm not going to do a full day because yesterday I did maybe 9 or 10 till like 5:30 or 6. So today I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do a few hours. Sorry, I thought there was something on the table. And see what I can get done. I'm going to start the stripes on the nest of tables, and I hope it goes better than yesterday. So join me and see me make an absolute tit myself. Now I'm marking out the stripes, and I'm doing 2 on the top here and 1 on the bottom because the 2 on the top are going to be navy and green, so I thought I'd get a coat of the navy on, it would just make it easier. So I'm rolling that with the semi-smooth roller from Two Fussy Blokes, and then with this one I'm actually testing a smaller roller. Now we're going to be removing the masking tape. This masking tape is Access Decor in Super Delicate. And yes, I'm in my dressing gown. I live in my pajamas these days. Why would I bother getting dressed? So I did 2 coats on both those colours, and now I'm taping up for the green, which is the second colour in after the blue. And I'm applying that with my semi-smooth roller again. And here I am taking off the tape. It is like Groundhog Day, this video. Okay, this is where it gets fun, and we're applying the yellow. So you'll have seen each time I was doing a new stripe with the curve in, I just either drew around something and freehand painted it, or drew around something and masked it up and cut around that circular object. So I got some bleeds on this colour, but I actually just used a Q-tip and a tiny bit of water and pushed the colour back onto the right side rather than painting over it with green. I just thought it would be a lot easier because it really shows up when you do that. So now I'm just applying teak oil all over using a rag, and then I wiped that off. And this is the end result. I'm really happy with how these turned out. They're definitely colours I wouldn't have picked by myself, so I love doing that. And they're still colourful, so that's super fun. And I love how the insides of the legs look. I'll try and put up a picture as well so that you can see that. So that is all from me this week. Make sure you subscribe to catch next week's video and check out my Instagram at colourfulsaz. Thanks guys!